Hello, my name is Kevin Dublin, coach at Conquest, Mixed Conquest Yukon in Oklahoma. I'll be bringing on Joe Duncan, my training partner, in a few minutes. Today, we're going to be talking about our losses at AGF, weights, well, post AGF, lifting weights, our losses, and I want to talk about turning depression into digging into more training. All right, let me go find Joe. I hit him with the bat signal a few minutes ago. He tells me he had to eat a burger, man. So we're gonna find out. He was eating a burger when I tried to start a little while ago. I'm gonna ask him what kind of burger he was eating, and is it the healthy type? You know. Let me see. Joe. Paste. All right. I just sent him a link. Let's see this. Yeah, I had some good rolls this week. Maddie, she's getting tough. I mean, she already is. The only thing that really helps me out is I'm a big motherfucker. So, and strong. So I always give her a hard time, and I try to, give her a little bit of pressure. I got tapped by Bradley this week. I think he got me in a rear naked choke one time, and I think maybe an ankle lock. I mean, a heel hook. Ryan Deek, he tapped me out. I want to say with a bow and arrow. I forgot to mention one of the total guys tapped me out with an ankle lock about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He still don't get no props because he tried to wrist lock me too many times during the match. So he gets a negative in my eyes. Who else? Maybe Coach. Yeah, Coach tapped me out. I think it was a scorpion lock. My arm was back, and something else. Maybe another time during that same match. I did do some good moves on her. I did some good escapes. Oh, here comes Joe. Hey, Joe, can you hear? I don't know what's wrong. Man, can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me? Put your hand up if you hear me. Hello. Hey, I'm gonna kick him from the studio. Yes. He's gonna have to bring himself back on. Today. Oh, here he is. Fuck. I hope I can hear myself. Hello? I can't hear you. This is removed. No. I can't hear you. Hey, one more. I'm gonna send you a new link. A different one. I'm gonna kick you from the studio. All right. Let me see. Invite. Let's see. Oh, Joe's coming back on. Let me see. Add the stage. Hello. Let's see. Private. I can hear for a moment. 10:19. Then I can't hear anything. Hold on. I'm gonna chat with Joe on the. So I can't hear anything. Let me see. I'm gonna kick Joe again. Remove. Hold on. Let me try this. Add the stage. Edit mic settings. Reduce echo cancellation. All right. It looks like I'm going to have to pause. Let me see. Pause.
Hours again, dude. I had to.
What kind of powers are those?
Man, the powers of voodoo, don't you know? The powers to teleport my head to a location uh, unknown to the public, but 1505 Commerce Avenue in front of the old Conquest there. In spirit, dude, I'm always there, as you can tell. Right there,
The
just
ghost.
hanging in the background. Yep, the ghostess with the
Hey man,
mostest.
so I really want to know what type of burger were you eating?
I made a homemade a house burger, man, Eddie Murphy style.
Oh shit, you had the big chunk sticking out
No, the big
of the
piece of
burger?
onion and the big hunk of tomato
Yeah.
sticking out the pink mushy bread. Yeah. Nah, man, I had some chuck and I made a nice patty. Put some garlic. What was it? Garlic and onion seasoning on it. A 0 calorie one, you know.
hmm
Cooked it up nice, man. Got it to a nice well done. Well, not burned, but it was done. It wasn't pink no more in the middle, but it was still juicy. I don't like a burger like
Now,
that anymore. I used to, but I can't now since I had my
now,
head injury.
did you have bread with that or
I had it on a
more?
bun.
Huh?
I had it on a bun from Chris.
Ugh,
It was good.
that's wicked.
No, it's cool, man. I had some cheddar cheese on it, and I had grilled up some onions, and I put like a little bit of barbecue sauce in the onions and put that on top of the burger.
Well, I'm just giving you hell, man. But I went to Wingstop after we left.
Ooh. After what this evening?
I got a 20 piece and I got a brownie.
20-piece from Wingstop.
Yeah.
You fat.
10 lemon pepper and 10 mild and
You
one brownie.
you fat. No, I'm just
Man,
kidding, dude.
the brownie was like 480 calories, man.
Hey man, you need it. We burned a lot of calories today.
Yeah,
That's
but my new goal is to get down to 210.
nice. That class was it was fun, but I got real sweaty. My gi was wet when I got home.
Oh man, yeah, my gi was soaked too.
Mm-hmm. So good. It was a good class though, man. Our anti-jujitsu class.
Yeah,
Um,
I had fun, man. Um,
it was quite active.
I can't really say I had a bad class, at all.
Yeah, yeah, now it's fun. Sometimes they're kind of boring, or whatever.
Well,
But I had a good time tonight. It was real active. All the drills were pretty fun. You know, I speaking of the drills, we had to have one down. What was it? Close guard, start close guard, one on top, one on bottom. We had to pass, so the bottom guy had to sweep.
hmm
That shit was pretty fun. Besides you and I, like we scored on each other, maybe like one time each.
yeah,
The rest of the time it was like defending the position. I was thinking about all that scrambling around that I did after, maybe I opened my guard or whatever, and I never let anyone score. I never thought about just putting them right back into close guard after a minute. You know what I mean? I was keeping them away with other stuff.
Oh,
Lot.
I see.
I was really turning a lot, keeping my knees in and my elbows, creating frames and creating that shield, and it was really tough to penetrate. And I was thinking about it too. We either had to pass, get to a scoring position, or get on top. The back or whatever. I was like, uh, we did a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of going to turtle and like chasing the back.
Yeah,
Jumping sides.
yeah. I mean, Swede. I held him down in side control for 3 seconds, and then I went to knee on belly.
But during the
Um,
rolls.
Yeah, doing the
During,
roll. Yeah.
during the roll.
I
Yeah.
had to
Well,
you had to mentally think. Hey, there's some noise in the background.
there's some noise in the background. It's probably my TV.
Oh,
Maybe I turn it down. A fucking dog whining back there too. So I went to the store earlier and I forgot to get dog food. So I'm gonna have to go back here pretty quick.
uh,
So I won't be on too long tonight. I just want to get on, talk about class a little bit and the anti-jujitsu we did, how well we did, man. I didn't let anybody pass my guard after you and I messed around. The people that switched in and out with me, nobody passed my
yeah.
guard. And then when it came time for my turn, for passing or whatever, every single time I got broke somebody's guard open and got past.
Okay, okay.
So that was pretty good. And then the little takedown game we did was pretty fun.
Oh, will
It
you
was
stand on the dot?
yeah, yeah. I
Hey,
moved Jared around pretty easy. I had to go with Kira, the little gal over there, and
yeah.
I shouldered her real hard right in the forehead accidentally. So after that, I had to be like super super slow and careful. And then me and Swede threw down, dude. It was pretty fun. We kept
Okay.
single legging each other, like while keeping our foot on the dot. So
Yeah.
we both had a leg raised in the air. We were battling, and he he did all right, but he wasn't really paying attention to pushing forward and stuff very much. So I would do that little L step and whip him around quite a bit, and I pushed him back a few times.
All
But
right. Since you got to go. Since you got to go. How do you feel post AGF about the AGF?
uh,
In a few sentences.
well, I ain't leaving quite yet, but I mean, hey man, back to the drawing board. That's all I can say about it. I didn't achieve my goal. Uh,
Double
I
goal.
did. I did some things kinda that I wanted to do,
Yeah.
and I didn't do some things that I've been practicing a lot. And I kinda did some old habits a little bit that I didn't like. And I'm immediately trying to rectify those things, like not having enough active knees and my knee shield,
Oh yeah.
not enough active enough, and giving up the mount a couple of times,
Right.
and
Holding.
then
Yeah.
and not holding the position long enough. Because, dude, actually, when I go back, I was really disappointed. But when I go back and look at it, I literally, besides the one I lost really quick, I had both those guys right where I wanted them.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I got the sweep, I got the back, I like the position I like,
Yeah.
and everything, man. I just kind of forgot my game, or I was too scattered. I was really focused on getting the finish, man. And at times, I was trying to take my time and score and stuff like that. But I was trying not to move too quick, and at times I felt like y'all were rushing me almost like a little bit. It was hard for me to find the right balance of
Oh,
moving,
this.
and not laying too long. And then a couple of times when I intentionally was trying to cook the guy, or I felt I had him right where I wanted him, you guys were trying to get me to
Oh, I
move
see. I
or
see.
do something
Oh,
else. and
you know
and
what?
I and
That's a good point.
yeah, and I was right where I had him right where I wanted him. So like a couple times I got encouraged and kind of motivated to 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 bail on what I was doing and do something you guys were yelling out. and
Oh,
it
I
ma-
see what you're saying.
and it it kind of threw me off. Like at times I didn't listen, and sometimes I wish I didn't. You know what I mean? A couple of things, but it was cool, man. I mean, we all, you holler things
That's
out
a good.
too.
That's a good point. I mean, or should we
Yeah.
just call out? Or should we just call out scoring positions
No,
when you're
I
in a
mean it's
tournament? You know,
it's cool,
versus
but
versus
like
calling out submissions.
no, I like. I mean,
So,
if you see it, call it out. You know what I mean? If you would have yelled at me, armbar triangle or something, I would have probably done
oh
it. You know what I mean? Even
yeah,
I don't care that he heard it, because honestly, I don't. You know,
yeah, I could have said
I,
yeah.
I was thinking about, okay, I was trying to get the punch and I had the arm over real real tight and I had the collar in super tight, right?
Yeah.
and I was grabbing at the punch, and he was kind of blocking it, but he wasn't blocking it super hard, and I wasn't grabbing at it super hard. Like I told you, I was kind of reaching up above the on the back of the jacket behind the collar a couple of times, and pulling on like the shoulder a little bit
Yeah.
to kind of bait it. And if I really would have been paying attention, or if somebody would have just yelled to me, the armbar was right there. Like I easily could have trapped that hand and threw that fucking
Mm,
that leg over and got the triangle trap or whatever. But it's all part of it, man. It's new for everybody involved as far as that goes. Because
yeah,
you
that's
you
true.
you just started coaching some people, me
That's true.
particularly,
That's true.
like a few
Hey,
times,
hey, bro.
So
I feel post AGF. I feel that even though we did a lot of training, it's not what I hope for. I hope for
yeah,
gold.
yeah. I mean, I failed
I think
essentially,
I think
but
I think we come closer to our goal because we're in it for the long haul actually.
yeah. And
And
honestly, dude, yeah, it made me realize, a little more. You know what I mean?
right, right,
Like
right, right,
really.
right. Some that
So,
I never really thought about was points or we think about trying to sub a motherfucker.
well, see,
Um,
I thought before I thought that like fuck those points. I'm just getting the sub, right?
yeah,
And I did that a couple of times, but now I'm trying to change that. And I tried to do that this time. I just couldn't quite slow myself down quite enough still. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'll tell you what, dude. Tomorrow, I don't know who's coming or what, but I wouldn't mind drilling that same shit we did today again.
Uh,
The double the drop the single leg stuff with the switch
oh, okay, okay.
and the Craig Jones stand up and flip
Yeah,
over
yeah.
because we've been working that for the last 2 days
Hey man, and you know
from the
what?
octopus.
We've already had I've already had immediate success with that.
Yeah, me
Even
too.
just from one or two classes with that.
Yeah,
So that move is very valid. I mean, once we get used to doing it, we'll be able to do it on bigger people.
yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? Hang on just 1 second.
Yeah.
You said you did on coach or like halfway or whatever, and he
Yeah, well,
stopped.
I had him up in the air, and I was trying to. He kept pushing me back,
Hmm.
uh, and then I eventually he had pressure,
Yeah.
and I was gripping my pants instead of my tendon,
Oh yeah.
and it finally broke free.
Yeah, you got to
But
grab that tendon and
but
make it real tight.
I had coach, I had him up in the air
Uh huh.
with that lift up that far, but I wasn't able. I think I got
Well,
him over, but we kept rolling.
I got you. Well, the reason I brought it up was because you mentioned that you tried it or whatever. Towards the end of the rolls this evening, I happened to look over. He was rolling with Maddie, and he did that to Maddie, bro. He stood up with her on his knee and picked her up, dude. Had her under the knee and picked up sideways. And I go,
Yeah,
son of
yeah,
a
yeah,
gun.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was gonna tell you. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure Coach just busted out that stand up we was doing to people tonight. But I got it to work on Jared, and then I got
Yeah.
a sweep
And
to
did you
work,
get
and then
it? Did you get him all the way up in the air or just the sweep?
yeah, yeah, all the way up, dude, all the way up. One time I stood up and picked him up. He was like, oh, and I, just flipped him over. And then another time I just swept him.
Yeah,
Took the
yeah,
back,
yeah,
because he was trying to grab my foot. So I just grabbed his foot and fucking rolled him back. Whoop. It was good times though, man. And I had some good sweeps on him and stuff, and just did whatever I wanted basically.
yeah. All right. All right.
But
All right. The next one is weights.
yeah.
How you think our weight training is going?
Well, I was gonna tell you it's going good because I'm feeling and looking jacked for one thing, and it's obviously paying off with the conditioning factor and the mobility, durability factor of our bodies being able to seemingly do more than we had ever done before. as far as
Yeah.
knee and leg movement and power. All that stuff that I've been forcing on you for the last couple of months is really starting to work out. Really for both of us too.
Yeah, I see it too.
The leg
I did.
mobility and flexibility is getting way more, and and getting more explosive. And like I never seen you drop for takedowns hardly ever. And like I said the other day, I seen you warming up, just shooting
Oh
over there
yeah,
by
yeah.
yourself, man. That made me super
Well,
stoked. Super
with my
stoked.
knees, I didn't. Well, before I met you or really delved deep into my head, I did not know I had fear
I gotta
because
get my dog.
you asked me what would happen, right?
Yeah,
And I didn't know until you asked me. I was afraid
yeah,
of bending my knees because I never really thought about it.
yeah,
Of I never really thought of why I don't do it. I just don't do it.
yeah.
Um,
I mean,
but it's
it's
good,
kind of it's a little bit unnatural, but
huh?
it's a little bit unnatural. You know what I mean? To just drop down onto your knees, but we can do it. Our bodies are amazing once you start training them and conditioning
Oh
them
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. I mean,
do these type of movements.
squatting down like an Asian dude in Asia is not it's not the norm. That's something I would norm. I've never really done it, but I mean, I can do it now. And stand back up.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Oh yeah, I am looking.
I
I mean, I noticed you were looking more jacked. Your chest is more jacked.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And I think this my arms. I've been trying to fix that a lot, and make it more badass, bro. And ooh,
well, you look like a real ghost. Hey, you
appreciate it.
froze
I walked
up.
outside.
Hey, slow
Can you hear
down.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you faded out.
Yep. Because I'm a ghost. I
You
came.
turned into
I came
the
and got my
ghost. You're the
vehicle.
ghost
Yeah.
in the conquest hall.
Yep. The ghost. But I'm getting more more confidence with that too, dude. But yeah, it's nice to. I'm trying to just get stronger, man, and you know, partly for my health and partly for what we do.
Yeah,
But it's definitely I want to keep getting more looking good, dude. I think
yeah.
that'll be the best thing, man. But you get your
All right.
weight,
The what?
you're definitely. I said you're small for your division now. Is what's crappy. Uh, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You're not small, particular, as a in a whole, but for your division, you're pretty small now. Well, compared to that guy. So, but he was bigger though, right? 235.
yeah. He was 235. I mean, I don't take nothing away. I do think I still had a poor performance. Um, I did follow part of my game plan. I did shoot in, and I plan on getting better at shooting in,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, let's just keep practicing it,
at
man.
least, yeah. I want to at
Keep
least,
strength, keep strengthening
uh,
the legs. Keep
right,
doing
right.
more lunges.
I want to at least initiate the contact.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I want to be the explosive one. I
yeah.
want to
Hey,
I want to get into these motherfuckers and put them on their back, man.
yeah.
I want to pick
Speaking,
motherfuckers up in the air.
I know that's nice
Give
of
me
you,
my 3 points. But
dude. What'd you think tonight when we rolled, man? Uh, I was too far away, but I shot quick, didn't I? Like almost immediately whenever we were rolling tonight, we started to stand up. I tried
yeah,
immediately to get in on that fucking knee. You sprawled on me pretty hard though. I was like, oh, I was like, there he is. I thought about trying to like do something still and roll you or throw you, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna pull it.
hey bro, hey, what our drill is also is when you shoot in, let's say you shoot in, somebody goes for the sprawl.
Uh-huh.
I want us to be able to put our hand in the mat and fling our body
Yeah.
over to their back
Oh yeah. Oh
from
dude. Like a
from a
cartwheel.
from their they're going to sprawl on top of us,
I got you.
and we're
Like a
as we're going down, we're
cartwheel.
going to put our hopefully our arm doesn't crush,
Yeah.
but let's
Like
say you're already going down. You put your hand on the mat,
yeah.
and this hand goes up, and you just push yourself over the side to the
You
other
talking about
side.
like a cartwheel almost?
Yeah, it's just like if like when somebody had us in they were about to take our back.
Oh
They had
yeah.
us in the seatbelt. You remember that move we did? We put our leg all the way out and
Yeah.
came up on the back. But this
Yeah.
time, from the shot, they're sprawling on us
Yeah.
as we're coming down because they're probably going to be pushing our head down to the mat as we go forward.
Uh-huh.
We're going to put our hand on the mat and then see if we can swing our legs over the back
Okay.
and come up over the back.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, when we were doing that drill earlier today from the gift wrap into the turtle,
Yeah,
you remember when we were doing that? I think that drill helped us. Well, at least helped me because earlier when you kept turtling and I was following you and jumping from side to side across your back, dude,
yeah.
and riding you, dude, that felt so like smooth and fluid for me to come up like that off the mat like I did and dive across to the other side to get that
Oh,
seatbelt on your back. And then you went
yeah.
to
So
roll
yeah,
and jump back up to
you
the
tried to
front.
beat me to the other side that I was going to,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it
so
was
you can keep my back control. Yeah,
and it was cool. Yeah, I was trying to keep you from going. You'd get away, so I would close the gap and then jump to the far side to try and keep you. But I noticed I liked that coach was right there when we did that move too, and we did it like real good, and our flow was real good. I like that
yeah,
he pointed out about our pace and our roll was you know what did he call it good pace or whatever. It was a nice flow. I liked that we had that going on. We've been doing that. Sometimes we just beat each other up. I tell you what. That's kind of what I was thinking earlier when we were doing the passing drill. You
yeah.
know, like out of the guard. You know, I got out of your guard, but passing was one thing. We got to that stalemate, and Robert's like, "No, y'all keep fighting from there." And we're like, "Oh shit!" Ours turned into like a grappling match almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Instead
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
instead of okay, I passed you, now you pass me. Yours is like you ain't getting past me, and I'm like you know, but like we weren't really doing the
Well,
drill
yeah,
up there.
that was just a moment. That was just a
Yeah,
moment.
I know, but it was funny because I was like, we're just kind of left alone to beat each other. We're over here beating each other out, dude. And
Everybody else is in class.
yeah, like doing the
Everybody
thing.
else is in class.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, dude. But it was, I mean, we were doing the thing. I mean, that's kind of why I asked Robert, like, is this cool or do we reset? And then he was like, nah, y'all keep going. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all. I was
yeah,
like, cool, because he's like, did you get swept yet? I'm like, nope. And he's like, did you whatever? And we're like, nope. We're like, keep going, keep battling. Then and I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, I was doing a very good job. Besides you, you got me down, once or twice. I was doing a very good job of not getting swept or reversed and getting the pass.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Okay. Okay.
I was. Hey, I did that move we were practicing the other day, bro. Where I put the
Which
hands in
one?
the armpit. I put the hands in the armpits, and I stood up with my feet into the guard. Like I,
Oh,
I stood.
your hand was in the far side armpit.
Yeah, yeah, and I stood up in the full guard. And
Uh huh.
as soon as he grabbed my foot, I did that step over thing and threw the legs to the side, and I got right to the pass. I was
All
like,
right.
woo. I was like, whoopie doop. Fucking pulled that move off, man. Hey, you didn't even know that I fucking went somewhere hardly, did you? Went to
Man, I
the,
saw you in the car, bro.
it's since we're
You
rolling
look like
in,
you look like a ghost.
I know it's because there was no light really.
You should watch the
It,
replay. Hey,
I
bro.
thought it.
Hey,
I know what.
what? Okay. About me losses. I feel. I never really like losing anyway. But
I
um,
fucking hate it.
uh, I think these losses that I lost in this AGF, it makes me think about grappling a little differently. Being more patient, getting to scoring positions,
Uh huh.
not just staying go mode.
Bro, I've been trying to break the habit of going for the big play, the home run, my whole life, dude. You just brought up, you saying you hate losing. My God,
Yeah,
bro. I blew a game in baseball in middle school, and I still think about it to this day.
yeah.
I I put up a shot, just one shot that I shouldn't have in a basketball game. I still think about it. You know what I mean?
Well,
So fuck
you
me.
missed a shot, must be.
I played forward and I got a long rebound out by the 3 point line, right? And like nobody was on me, dude. So I was like, I'm gonna shoot it. I wasn't that great of a shooter, but it was from the sideline, you know. And that my depth perception was terrible. But I get this long rebound out there, and I'm gonna fucking shoot it, dude. Nobody's on me. I look at my teammate, dude, and they're like, "Pass the ball." It's like slow motion, like a movie, dude. Pass
Oh
the
shit!
ball,
You're like
and I'm
fuck,
like,
fuck you,
and I'm
man.
like, and
Ain't
I
passing
look to the
shit.
coach. I look to the, I look to the coach, dude, and he's like, pass the ball. And I look to one of the other teammates, and they're like, don't shoot it. And I'm like, woof. I fucking put that thing up, dude, and I put up a brick, man. Fucking bounced off of there. Get
Ah,
get laughed at, made fun of. And then
uh,
in the fucking baseball game, I was playing shortstop, dude. And we got a fucking 1 run lead. It's late in the game. There's a runner on third, and a chopper comes straight at me, dude. And it's this kid that I fucking hate, man. So I dive out in front of that sucker. I stop that ball, man. I could have tossed it left-handed and just pitched him out real quick. But I'm like,
yeah,
nah, I'm gonna fucking tag him out, bro. So I fucking make a V line for first base, dude. Instead of the ball in my bare hand, I had the ball in my fucking glove hand. And when I reached out to fucking get him, dude, he smacked it and the ball came out
oh shit.
and fucking bounced and the runner came across home, dude, and we lost.
Hey, my
Man, it
great
was.
what I was on a wrestling team
Hmm.
in my senior year,
Yeah.
and I didn't know shit about wrestling, but I only I went I lost every match except for one.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah, that was
Man.
my. I got made fun of, because I wore a single leg, uh,
Hmm. Yeah.
you
Dude,
know,
I
shit
tried
like that.
boxing
But
too. Man.
it
It
was a good
happens, bro.
experience.
Hey, at least you did it, bro. And like, I got in Taekwondo, man, I got called out one time for going too hard in practice, man. A coach beat me up in like junior high, man.
Mm.
And he told me not to come back till I, have some respect and whatnot, dude. And I never came back, bro. Fucking I ran with my tail between my legs, dude. Hurt my feelings.
Yeah, my dad had me in Taekwondo. I didn't take to it because I really didn't like it. And
Yeah,
he
I
forced me
liked
to
it.
do it.
I couldn't do all the stuff that I wanted to do, though. And then I tried some golden gloves. Not golden gloves, but just some boxing when I was a kid, like a little church league thing. And I did that pretty good by being like a George Foreman and just beating kids up, right? With big shots, just winging big punches because I was a dumb, tough kid. And then I got my ass just absolutely handed to me by a little Mexican kid and a jab. And I was all crying and shit, bro, in the match, getting beat up.
Oh shit! How old were you, bro?
Man, I was like fourth or fifth grade, so I was like 10,
Uh,
however old you are. But anyway, And then lots of life goes by, man, and you never fucking won shit, and you never did shit hardly. I got a few trophies from some track and field crap when I was a kid, or I had some, but I don't have them anymore. So it's like, man, it's all about that legacy now. You know what I mean? It's like I gave up on a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah,
quit.
I used to get
Now I don't
bullied.
want to quit, man.
Man, it's too late to quit now, but I used
I
to get
know.
bullied in high school. Well, in middle school, get bullied.
How come? Why you get
Man,
bullied, man? Cause you was chubby or what?
nah, well, I wouldn't just pick up for myself, stand up for
Oh,
myself, I
okay.
think.
Yeah, I used to pick up from. Well, I was a little bit of a mix. I
Until
would and I wouldn't.
until I started fighting. Well, after when I got to that fight in the 8th grade, I realized that fighting ain't that bad. So after when I got high school, it really wasn't. I think I got in one fight, but that was about it. But after getting in the fifth fight in the 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it really wasn't that bad. So
Well, ain't
um,
that bad.
it's like I didn't mind it anymore.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I wasn't like aggressive, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't mind mixing it up if I had to.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I didn't really start fights, but I would fight. I like I like what we talked about, like play fighting and fake fighting when I was a kid. Pro wrestling matches with each other and whatnot. You
Yeah,
know, beat each other up. Basically, like sparring. We're like in agreement. We'll beat each other up, but lightly. That's pretty fun. So,
yeah.
man, it's all good, bro. It fucking happened, dude. I got picked on sometimes. Sometimes I didn't, man. That's how it goes. See, you, man. You have a
Uh,
good one. But
and
yeah,
and
dude. So,
winning. You think and the last topic of tonight is I wanted to, it popped in my head like the day after AGF. We have to turn our depression into winning, and for me, that means like you want to win, but now we got to figure out exactly how to win. Um, what else can we do to be competitive, and how can we turn our depression
I'm already
into winning?
competitive. I'm already competitive. I need to be less competitive. I,
Well, I mean,
I,
figuring out how to be more effective.
I came up with my own thing like that day, man. I was like, this defeat is gonna fuel my fire, dude. You know, it ain't it. Uh, it's gonna motivate me even more, dude. It's like 2 years in a row now, man. It's fucking. I want it, dude, but the coach is saying maybe I want it too much, So I'm just gonna take it back, dude. One day at a time, one session at a time, dude. And I'm just gonna focus on the technique at hand and that day, and go from there, man. That's all I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna worry about winning no more. I ain't gonna worry about nothing else except for just
I think
getting up from the bottom, getting back on top,
scoring, yeah,
scoring.
scoring takedowns,
Yep, and
scoring a takedown, and finding a scoring position.
yeah. Hey,
Or I mean, the ultimate prize would be the submission, but that would be the ultimate prize.
yeah, no shit. Hey, I saw this thing earlier about.
Who?
Uh, I saw this thing online
Mm.
about marijuana use and BJJ, and Demetrius Johnson says it's a PED to him. Uh, and the reason he says that, I guess Demetrius Johnson recently smoked some weed with his team, right after a training
Yeah,
session, and he said the next day, he goes, I felt totally like recouped and relaxed. He goes, I did 15 rounds in a row,
yeah.
or something like that. And he's like, and I felt amazing. And he goes, and then I smoked a little more with the team. And he goes, and then I went home and watched jujitsu videos on YouTube the rest of the night. He's like, it turned me into a hyper focused. He got hyper focused on the jujitsu. You know what I mean? Because he was stoned basically, so he got really into it. And then later he did the videos, and then I saw this thing about Sean O'Malley. He's a big advocate too, and I guess O'Malley says he doesn't, smoke joints and bongs and stuff all the time. He has a vaporizer, and he says he vaporizes about once a day, but he does it before he does cardio and some other shit. But he was
Yeah.
saying the same thing. It's a little bit of a stimulant, but it really helps him just relax and just he can like veg out basically. He's like, I could not do this and I could watch TV, or I could get stoned and veg out on whatever. He's like, but I choose to use it, to help him focus on something else. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So
So I
I
mean, do
like it.
you
I
think? Do
like
you
it too for
think?
that. It helps me relax, dude. Before
Okay.
grappling and rolls and all that kind of stuff, man. I'm never like, man, I'm too stoned or anything. I enjoy it for that too. Also for the camaraderie purposes of hanging out and uh, relaxing together and whatnot. You know what I mean? But yeah,
So is he
I think
saying? Does he think grappling? I mean, THC use helps.
helps
Oh,
be
helps.
able.
He said it helps with his recovery from feeling sore.
Well,
That's what you're saying. He said.
well he basically said like he smoked a little bit, and like the next day, like he felt better, and like he felt really good and really focused. And he said hyper focused. Then he did like 15 rounds of jujitsu.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, and then I smoked some more, or whatever with the team after. And then he was like, and then I vegged out watching jujitsu videos all night, on YouTube or whatever. But he was saying he felt it helped him just relax, and like take the edge off. I don't know about necessarily. Maybe he just felt that it helped him recover because his really relaxed, which allowed his body to.
Mm.
I don't know. I just think he got stoned and he felt good. But I see what they were talking about with the hyper focus, because there are, what they call enhancement smokers. You know, people do something, but it's better if it's on weed, man. So they're like, man, you ever roll jujitsu? Yeah. It's kind of gay or whatever. They're like, oh, smoke a joint. Try it on weed, man. No, I like it. I guess there's people that forget, and veg out. I can't remember what they're doing, but I like to smoke before class.
Well, I
So,
would say what I think happens is that as you like in my case, when we do legs, and I feel tired, I don't
yep,
feel like I don't feel like doing anything.
yeah,
So when
ah,
you smoke,
yeah,
you forget that you were feeling that way, and now you're kind of energetic. You forget how bad you were feeling.
yeah. Sometimes it's the kind that you smoke. Some will give
Yeah.
you energy and make you more want to do stuff.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
and but yeah, I see what you're saying. With but yeah, they say if you're having a bad day or people are having an argument or whatever, take a few hits and wait 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's kind of I get what you're saying. You're just like, man, we had a
That's
big
what that's
workout.
what I think.
Like, man, I had a big workout. I'm real tired. Oh, I had a couple puffs now. Like, man, it just changed my whole attitude.
Right.
Like,
Now
man,
you're like you
now I
forgot that
want
you were
to.
tired. You
Yeah,
forgot that you were
you're
tired.
like, man, now I want to work out. Now I want to do all this.
Yeah.
I
I
get
mean,
it.
I mean, because you're already okay. If you say whatever your reason is of why you felt that you didn't want to train,
Yeah,
and you have a feeling now you had just smoked some weed,
yeah,
you forgot about all those other feelings that you had because now this thing is staring you right in the face.
Yeah.
this jujitsu gym. Now you're like, okay, I'm going to the gym, and everything else, everything else you just forgot about.
Yeah. It's funny because they say, oh, you sit around and you won't do anything and blah, blah, blah. It's like, whatever, dude. If that's what you do, but if you do something, you'll do that thing, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're, like if you want to be an engineer and you're engineering and you got buddies that engineer, you can smoke some weed and still engineer.
Can you?
Because that's what you're going to do anyway. But for those that like smoke and watch like let's say the Three Stooges or something like that, that's just what they were doing,
Three Stooges.
Or whatever,
Yeah.
Because
so,
like
in other words, it don't really matter. You're probably going to do what you're going to do anyway. It don't matter.
Right. So like when I'm at home and I'm like getting ready for jujitsu, like, oh, I'm tired. You start moping around the house. Then you take a couple of hits, and now you're like, now you turn the music up. You start putting your clothes on.
Yeah, start getting the groove on.
And then you're out the door.
And then you put a motivational fucking video on, and you're rocking out. Sometimes though, I will take a few hits, and then I'll be like, and I'll take a few more, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna take a few more, and next thing you know, I'm late. But that's how it goes, man. Not for Clash though, just other things. Yeah. All right, man. Well, that was a good one, bro. We got
all right. Feed the dogs. Tell Pumpkin.
They're eating the food right now. Chris's
Rebel.
I'm feeding
Pumpkin,
them.
Rebel, and
Buddy Dog.
Buddy. I said hi.
Yeah, but yeah, I gotta do some laundry right quick, and then I'm gonna. I got some ice cream, dude.
All right.
You're talking about you got a brownie. You're talking about you got a brownie. I got ice cream earlier, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow, and we're gonna do a little bit of legs and a little bit of everything. And
all right, bro.
I'll see you tomorrow, man. All right. Peace.
In the morning. Later.
Yeah.
All right, that was Joe, my training partner. He was out driving around gallivanting, getting some dog food for he's got 3 dogs, Buddy, Rebel, and Pumpkin. Pumpkin has a hurt hind leg. And Buddy is okay, and Rebel's okay too. So shoot, that was everything. Like I said, we're gonna work on scoring positions, takedowns, and pins in the near future. On rolling Yukon, we strive to be number 1, and we'll see what happens. Adios.